Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News on the late night chat. Where my peeps? Where you at? Just wanted to reach out to you guys, give you guys an update. I did talk to Spence. Spence got tied up. We will reconvene tomorrow because the facilities are closed tomorrow, and we will reconvene Monday. Okay, so that's where we are right as of now. The late night chat. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. How we doing tonight? Where we at? What we up to on this Saturday night? I've had an interesting week, a very thankful week, right? Some drama, some seriousness, right? And all at the same time, we still have the sport of boxing and we're still counterpunching. So that's the blessing. That's the good thing about, everything. Let's do a poll, man. Let's have some fun interactions tonight, because it's still, all right. Okay. All right, let's see. Why not? Boom. I'm popping. I'm pooping right now. Just keep it. Hey, man, that's the realest you can get. A lot of people might say, ooh, TMI. Hey. Mac Weed. Let's go, champ. He was live this morning. And he was in some kind of party bus, but he was the only one in there. It was kind of weird. I've always liked Shannon Briggs, man. Shannon Briggs actually became more popular after he stopped fighting than he was when he was actually fighting, when he was actually the two-time heavyweight champion of the world. You know what I mean? Skrilla 50 in the building, the man with the wrench, and he ain't no bitch. Counterpunch to you, brother. Archibald Naomi, please stop being so zesty. I don't know what that means. What does zesty mean? I don't know what that means, dude. When you guys come in, hit that like button, though. I want to see what we're doing in the world. What's happening. What we got going. Please stop being so zesty. Gay. Diddy. Huh. All right. Cool. Let's do this. Let's go. Nathan, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Staying in tonight, might have a couple of beers. Rebecca Copley, can I join? Okay. But yeah, why not? Let's join in. I don't know if you guys remember this. Palm, baby. Yup, pomegranate juice in the place to be. And I always put it into my water and dilute it or whatever. Whatever you want to call it. Spike it, dilute it, and then shoot it, right? So this is the blueberry 100% juice, pomegranate, right? So Can you add me? I don't know what that means. Can you add me? Add you to what? Macweed, remember the restaurant incident with Briggs and Klitschko. Well, I can't forget that, man. I remember when he came in, and I guess he thought Klitschko was going to be cool because I think that was after the boat incident where Klitschko Vladimir was like water. He was water. He was water boating, and he made so many waves that he knocked him off the boat. You know, just messing with him, man. Just being a punk. Can I add you to live? No. This is just regular Facebook. You would have to do that beforehand. You can't do it after. Which I'm kind of surprised that YouTube won't have a feature like that where you can just add people, just bring them in. That would be actually dope. You know what I mean? But soon I'm going to make, I think Skrilla 50 made this up, brought up this suggestion like, hey, man, why don't you have somebody that called in and then we can make calls? So that, yeah, that I think we're going to do that pretty much first. The boat incident had me streaming with tears. Yeah, man. He says, "What's wrong, champ? What's wrong?" And yeah, he was pissed. So I guess when he showed up, he thought Vlad was gonna be cool with him or something. You know, Vlad is one of those. He's a gentleman, but he's not like a. You know, he's not like this straight pushover, and you think that's what it is, but he's not. Make a wave, dog. Make a wave. Yeah. Bro's name is Poop Williams. Drinking beers and smoking weed, then I'll munch out and crash. That's my Saturday night. Mr. T in the building. Hey, sounds good to me. Julian Falcon, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Triple D versus JP would be a good fight if JP gets past Zhang again. Well, I think this is how we need to look at that. Whoever wins out of that fight should fight Dubois. Because whoever wins out of those two guys deserves a fight or chance at the title, regardless of what title it is. I don't care where they're at on the WBO, but whoever is in that, I think Daniel should want to fight them. But see, Daniel has options. He has another rematch with Joshua. That's if he wants it, and he said he wants it. Or he may get an opportunity at the winner of Tyson Fury and Usyk. You know, I remember you from P. Diddy's house. How have you been, man? No, you don't. Skrilla 50 say, got him. Yeah, we don't play that over here, man. I don't know where the Diddy stuff comes from. You know, and it's like, I never met him. So I don't even see why, like, you know, like people are joking, but honestly, like that's some sick stuff, bro. That dude used power as a tool to humiliate people, and it was, yeah, it's bad. So you know, like the joke about that, bro. No, you know, just stop the cap. I think Dubois stops Parker, but gets KO'd by Chinese power. Well, here's the thing. The good thing for Dubois is he only has to fight one. He may fight someone else down the line. See, I would rather him fight Zhang. Why? Because Zhang's older. You know, Zhang is not going to be like Parker. Parker may have 3 or 4 good years left. Zhang probably got maybe 1, maybe 2. He ain't got that much time to make himself become relevant enough to get a title shot. So that's why I'm like, hey, whoever wins between Parker and Zhang should definitely fight Daniel Dubois. Yep. Joke his ass right out of here. That's it, man. You know, Dubois got a really good chin when he decides not to quit. Yeah, but understand this though. I really, you know, I was been talking about like Jarrell Miller can't punch, or Jarrell Miller. I can't say he can't punch. I said he doesn't have a big punch, right? Dubois has youth on his side, but you know something though, like he's going to get his pound of flesh because I seen Jarrell Miller catch him and hurt him. You know what I mean? I see when Jarrell Miller caught him, you could tell it affected him. Now, Jarrell Miller didn't hit like AJ. AJ caught Dubois, and Dubois' left leg gave. But Dubois still took both shots. But if you look at the durability of how he was affected by each punch, Jarrell Miller does have a limit of power. That 300 pounds plus does have some power, some punching power behind it. You know, Dubois had a broken eye socket by Joe Joyce. He did, but that was from a jab. We're talking about his chin. Now, here's the thing. Somebody, if they're smart, speaking of the eye socket, if they're smart, they would go after Dubois' eye. If you're smart, you'd go after his eye. Maybe the jab of Usyk was that factor. Maybe he got hit in that eye and just that eye just brought back some trauma. Like, oh, that same eye he got hit in. And he just said, you know what? No, I'm not doing this. Kurt, I ain't checked the rankings. Is AJ ranked higher than Parker? If so, criminal. Well, I don't think it matters at this point because AJ ain't doing nothing for a while anyway. Parker is. It's Parker's next. It's Parker's time to go. Hrgovic has decent power, and Dubois took those shots like nothing. But here's the thing: you got to ask yourself, well, how much power that Philip Hrgovic really had, because he did hit Dubois with some shots. But I don't. But see, Jarrell didn't hit Dubois with the amount of shots that Philip Hrgovic hit. But when he did land, he did affect Dubois. You see what I mean? Dubois, yeah, he fought back. He was no bitch, but at the same time, he was affected by those shots. And AJ miraculously couldn't really catch him at all until like maybe one in the fourth and like two or three in the fifth, and he got KO'd by Dubois. So um, I don't think Hrgovic has that type of punching power. You know what I mean? I think if you were going to rank punching power, it would definitely be Joshua, Jarrell, then Philip. Yep. That's how I would look at that. I wouldn't look at it any other way. Miller is a unit. I mean, the dude's big, bro. He's a big boy. And he caught him with those. He caught Dubois with those uppercuts, bro. He was just bang, bang, and he caught him with maybe a 3 or 4 punch combination. Now Dubois, good. He got the youth on his side. He is durable, but you have to look at the effects. See, understand something. This is boxing. You don't always got to get knocked spark out. You don't always got to be hit to the point you're out on your feet. You can tell by body language how these shots affect these fighters. You know what I'm saying? You can tell. Bow, bow. You can tell by their, it's not everybody has a poker face, and Dubois does not. He gets hit, and even Usyk, when Joshua belted Usyk with a couple rights, you could tell those were affected by him, You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Filter, let's go all. Dubois versus Bacoli. Who would you favor, Kurt? I gotta go favor Bacoli. I know Dubois has the resume over Bacoli. I just don't see him doing that to Bacoli. I just don't see him. You know what I mean? Like the only person that could deal with someone like Bacoli is someone elusive, like the guy that beat him, Michael Hunter, or like someone like Usyk that can move, that can get out of the way, that won't be dumb enough to stand right in front of him. I don't think that's Dubois. I think Dubois will try to go toe-to-toe with Bacoli and get knocked out. He will eventually, but listen, I bet you that would probably be one of the best fights of the year. That would probably be one of the best fights since what? Joshua Klitschko? Because you could see Dubois ain't backing down, So it is what it is. How does Bacoli rank amongst rank amongst the current hardest hitters today? The 4 active hardest hitters right now are probably Zhang, Dubois, AJ, and Bacoli. How would you rank the 4? Let's see. It's hard because I don't think it's about who hits the hardest. I think who's affected the most based on who gets hit by who fights. So let's say this, okay? Because it's a difficult question to answer. All right, probably Zhang. I say Zhang would probably hit harder than all of them. Then probably Bakali or Joshua. Okay, um, so Zhang, then AJ, then Dubois, then Bakali. But I could be dead wrong. I could be dead wrong. But then it's about who gets to who can take whose shot. They all hit hard. So, but I would say Zhang probably hits harder because he was the guy that did something to a guy that no one was able to do anything with, and that's Joe Joyce. He cracked that chin open to Joe Joyce. Those nerves are exposed, and I don't think he's ever been the same. I.e., the Derek Chisora fight. That's the example. So it's like, yo, I don't think Joe Joyce will ever be the same because he ran into Zhang. Bars. So Zhang is number one. Now you can throw Bakali, you can throw Joshua, or you can throw. Okay, let's be biased. Oh, let's give it to Dubois because Dubois is also able to take shots, but he's also able to punch. But then who says AJ has the best chin either? He does. I don't think he has a glass chin. I just think he doesn't recover well. You know. Haney suing Ryan makes Haney look soft. Well, I heard about it, and I look. Here's the thing. I really don't know enough about it. I know that he's trying to sue. Yes, I do. I heard Showbiz because Showbiz covers this topic, and I don't really like. I'm so sick of Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia to me, when he quit against Tank, I lost respect for him. He ain't see him, Daniel Dubois. Who else? Who else quit like that? Him and Daniel were in the same boat. Daniel's got out of that boat a long time ago and swam to shore. Daniel's no longer in that boat. But Ryan, okay, you quit against you went down and you quit. You quit, bro. You took a knee and you quit. You Colin Kaepernick out of the game, bro. Because you got caught with a shot. Yes, it was a late shot. He could have got up, bro. He could have got up. He just didn't. He didn't want to. So he quit. Ryan Garcia quit. Okay, he quit. So he was in the same boat. Daniel Dubois has proven me wrong. 3 fights, 3 wins. Jarrell Miller, Philip Hergovic, and Joshua. All stoppages. No quit in him. He was hit by all of them. Even though I am looking forward to a rematch with him and AJ because I want to see what AJ can do. And then this will be sink or swim for AJ. You going to sink and drown or you going to swim? And if he can't swim, he's going to drown. And if he can't drown, if he drowns, it's over. There's no life preserver. There's no nothing. I don't want to see him again. Period. I don't want to see him again. That's how I think about it. I mean, a lot of people, no, man, take it easy. No, let we rebuild. There's no more rebuilding for Anthony Joshua. There's no more rebuilding for him. So if he gets beat again, he gets beat again. Now, if he fights to the death, how Wilder says, to the death. If he fights to the death, if he fights and he drops Daniel Dubois, bro, and it's a classic, people are going to want to see it again. And in that case, it'd probably be like a British Gotti versus Ward. But, I mean, it's already flawed because, Dubois just destroyed him. So, you know what I mean? Yeah. But see, here's the kicker. What people are not looking at is because people are already out overlooking Joshua. I'm not. I think Joshua will go. He will take a rematch with Dubois. Dubois will get the lion's share of the money, which he deserves and he should get. And then he'll go in there. And I don't think he'll come in confident. He'll come in just confident like he was, equally confident. Because I don't think Daniel's a jerk. I don't think he's a guy that just runs with stuff and based on what happened and yeah, I did it. He's not one of those guys. That's what I like about him. And that's what everyone should like about Daniel Dubois because he is a humble dude. He just wanted to go to sleep after the fight. He didn't want to go party and, you know what I mean? He didn't want any of that. He hung out with his little brother, and they all went home. They all stayed. I don't know if he stays in one big house or whatever. I think Daniel has his own house. Matter of fact, I've seen his house because he did a tour. But I think he's going to come in there with a reassurance of, you know what? As soon as I hit him with these a variety of punches, he's going down. But that's not going to be the case. Matthew Branch, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Bacali versus Dubois will be a battle of two titans coming straight at each other and seeing who will get destroyed first, like Foreman versus Lyle. Big. Julian Falcon, big. Mr. Kirk, glad you okay. Prez the investor. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you guys, your wishes and prayers, man. I'm feeling a lot better. I've been on vegetables, juices, a lot of water, lemon, you know what I mean, natural remedies. I went to the Sunshine Health Food Store today, picked up some stuff, you know what I mean? So yes, I'm on the right track. You know? Let's see AJ Joyce next. No, I don't think he's there to that level. I don't think he's there to that level. I'm sorry. I don't just like Joe Joyce has failed to the point where he's been knocked out twice. He's been beaten again. You know what I mean? Like Joyce is somewhere where in between Joshua and Wilder. You know what I'm saying? That's where he's at. That's where Joyce is at to me. And it's crazy. No rematches, please. And listen, I'm not a fan. If I had to pick and choose, now this is me personally. If I had to pick and choose between AJ Dubois 2 times or Dubois Bacali, it's going to be Dubois Bacali. Why wouldn't it be? It's a fresh fight. Had I not taken that, I would be a hypocrite. Oh, I'm tired of redos. And then I want to redo just because it's AJ. Bro, AJ got his day. He got that ass whooping that day. He got that ass whooping 7 days ago. Everybody was shocked. Yes, it was it was crazy. Wilder versus Joshua now. Best fight for both. Maybe. I think they both need to rebuild and then fight each other. But then, the way they're losing, the way things are going, the way these three kings are just fading off, they're all fading people. Don't get it twisted. Tyson Fury takes another ass whooping, which I think he has a better chance than any of them to redeem himself. He may be one of the ones that rises from the ashes. He may be. But then again, he may be not. And just Usyk goes in there and then hits him. And instead of the 9th, it'll be the 5th. Will AJ be mentally confident? I don't know. Keep on trucking. We don't know. This is the start of the Triple D era. Listen, this is the start of a new era. It ain't just Triple D. It's Triple D and Company. Bars. Understand that. It's Triple D and Company. It ain't just Triple D. Triple D has a lot of competition out there. Okay, we want to talk about Parker. We want to talk about, look, we still got guys like Jared Anderson out there. Think about Jared Anderson and Daniel Dubois. You think he ain't a Bacali? Think about that, bro. There's a lot of fighters out there. You got Frank Sanchez, Jared Anderson, Jarrell Big Baby Miller still out there. Who else do you got? Jokoril Bakaril Jololoff. He's still there. We still got the guy that nobody still talks about, Aget Kabayel. Remember him? He's been slaying guys too. Where's his third fight at? Think about it. You still got these guys. DeVille, why you take down the Uncle C video? Juice fans need to hear the truth. No, I didn't. It's still up. It's just up on another platform. Because I know Uncle C, bro, he's raunchy. But I didn't take it down. I just moved it over to members only. This rematch, I think AJ is going to shock the world again. Well, here's the thing. Similar to Lennox Lewis with Rahman. That may be the case. I did think of that analogy. I did. But then it's like, listen, Rahman wouldn't do Lennox Lewis like that. Rahman just caught Lennox Lewis. Period. He knocked Lennox Lewis out. Yes, he did. But it wasn't over a series of failed rounds. Like, yo, what are we watching? No, we didn't see any of that. We've seen a Lennox Lewis just finished a movie. And so he wasn't focused like he should, and he underestimated Rahman, and Rahman made his ass pay by belting him with that straight right hand. He lured him in there with some jabs, and he thought he was going to go wide, and he went straight up the middle, and he caught Lennox Lewis in timber. And who was happy? Me. Bro, I was happy. Kurt, did seeing Arslanbek Markmanov wrestle a bear, did he give you a heart attack almost, man? Yo, I seen that. That's crazy. Those dudes are weird. Go Whole Foods plant-based vegan diet, bro. Oh, it'll heal your insides. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going there too. I'm taking a trip to Whole Foods. That was a pet bear. Yeah, it was a pet bear, bro. That wasn't no wild bear. Wild bear would tear him apart. Come on, bro. We knew it was somebody that, all them people around. A shot of gin will clear all that up. Nah, no gin, bro. Psycho Crusher, the bear was Beterbiev. I like Joyce, but he's a damaged fighter, needs to call it a day. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people try to get. Look, it was funny, I mean, I do that too. You'll be talking in. Hey, Kurt, I feel like AJ is intimidated or anticipating a hard shot. He gets like a deer in the headlights. For example, Dubois and Ruiz kind of like his confidence dwindles. Hmm. New kings are being formed. I wonder how the heavyweight landscape will look like in 5 years. All those guys will be retired. AJ will be gone. Parker will be gone. Ruiz will be gone. Jarrell Miller will be gone. Jared Anderson will probably still be around, and we'll see what else he's made out of. Martin McCauley will still be around. Who else? All those guys will be gone. Cue ball, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Don't forget about Chisora with a 10th win. Bro, Chisora will be gone. Chisora will, I hope. They know how to fight anybody. Give me the money, idiot. You give me the money. Whoever, Frank, give me the money. I'm like, oh, God. He will sound like a British Rocky Balboa. Man, that T-shirt hurt, bro, seeing AJ like that. Yeah, bro. Yep. I know Hassim, he definitely got lucky. Yep. Does Dubois get complacent and rematch the same strategy? I think he's not going he's like, listen, this is what I learned about Dubois. Dubois is just quiet. And see what this is what people do. I know I did. I don't see there's a such thing as being stupid and then being dumb or then being quiet and then being passive. I don't like me personally. I mean, I hate to date women that are passive, that like that are too quiet because you know, there's men like that, but I'm not dating men. But the thing is, people that are quiet, they think more than they talk. And Daniel's not a good talk. You could tell he's not like he's all over the place. If you notice in that Derek Chisora interview, was like, "Hey brother, look at me this way," and he was all, like kind of distracted. And everybody said the same shit. Oh man, he got ADHD or he got some kind of problem, or maybe he's none of that. He's none of that. And in fact, he said that Don Charles was like, man, he was working on stuff to, just working on stuff like better things to do. You know, like I know I got friends like that. They're quiet, bro. Don't mean they're dumb. They ain't telling you everything because they don't think it's a smart idea to be opening their mouth to everything or exposing themselves, you know? So I don't think that he'll be complacent. I think that he'll work on the things that he messed up too, because that's what he said he was going to do. But I don't think he's going to lose his mind and, go party and do what Ruiz did. Ruiz was in a situation where he was not a champion. He was not expected to do anything. He was not a guy that was in any danger. He was just a fill-in fighter for Jarrell Miller. That's all he was. So when he won, yes, of course he lost his mind because he didn't expect it to ever be in that situation. For one, if he would have got knocked spark out, he would have been a millionaire anyway. He probably would have still partied. But the fact that he won, look, he wasn't going to be ready for any time. I think he pulled a Tyson Fury and Klitschko. He pulled a Tyson Fury and Klitschko. Yes, he did. I don't know what you're talking about at all, but your communication skills are soaring comparing to the other lives I've seen. This other this other one, this chick was just looking at the camera. I don't know. Some people do that. Bro, probiotics will help also. I do the ginger lemon tea. Yeah. When this clears up, I think I'll be good, man. Because I can feel it. It all comes right here. It's all right here. But it's getting a lot better, bro. It really is. Trust me. Like last Saturday, bro, I was done. In the combination of that and no, bro. Poll, no choice for church. Oh man, yeah, but I mean that's not now, is it? Bacali sleeps Sanchez, bro. I think so. And Sanchez is my guy. I just don't think he's good at pressure. I never did. I never thought Frank was good at pressure. I always thought Frank Sanchez was like the deer in the headlights because he's good in the middle of the ring. He's a good counterpuncher. He's explosive. But when you crowd him, when you pressure him, when you give him those combinations that makes him, defend, his defensive posture is not where it's supposed to be. Honestly, it's not. You know what I'm saying? So I think, yeah, Macaulay, he'll do the same thing he did. He will probably do it worse to Sanchez because even Jared Anderson tried to stay in there, which was dumb. He should have used those legs, got his chin back under, get his legs back under him, and then set up shots coming in and out. But see, the thing is, you got a big, massive 6'6", 285-pound dude that walked slow but punched fast. It's scary. That's a scary. Think about it. Okay, show you guys. So you have a guy that walks slow, but punches fast. That's scary. So he's punching, so he's walking, and all of a sudden, a guy's creeping at you. He's creeping at you then. Bow, 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 bow. That's a scary concept by itself. By itself. Somebody that's able to walk slow but punch that fast and surprise you, you know what I mean? That's scary to me. I'm sorry. He will get dusted. And Sanchez, no. I don't see Sanchez doing that. Sanchez has a better chance of beating someone like Dubois because he will be able to counter Dubois. But I don't know. That's not a guaranteed win, too. I'm going for Frank Sanchez because I'm biased. He's a friend of mine. That's the only reason. The vertical live feed will be off the chain to see all kinds of weird channels. Triple D reminds me of Corbin Dallas from Fifth Element when Chris Tucker was asking him questions. Yo, Kurt, you watching Jared Ennis and Bam Rodriguez doubleheader in November? I ain't having no buddies watching that fight with, so I would be nice to chat with you during the event. Julian Falcon, yeah, I'll watch it with you. I'll go live for it. Kurt, stand up straight and snort. It will clear your sinuses while pushing your fingers on both sinuses. Bacali versus Zhang has to happen. One of these fights, I hope they all happen, but they won't. Because see, Dubois, he won't have to fight Joseph and Zhang. He'll have to fight only one, which is good for him. And that's crazy. See, here's the thing, and this is how boxing probably will end up. This is my prediction. Zhang will beat Parker. He will beat him this time. Then he may get a fight with Dubois, right? And then Dubois may beat Zhang because then Dubois, his tick to that talk might be over, right? So that tick to that talk is maybe over for Zhang, and Dubois beats Zhang. He beats the dark horse. Then guess what? He fights Parker, then expects to beat Parker, then Parker beats him. That's what I think. That's what I think that could happen. Is that a DAZN emblem on your shoulder? Yeah. DAZN, baby. No, wait. Yeah, wait. Somewhere. Yeah, DAZN. There you go. Boom. Absolutely. This is an old shirt, bro. Dude, this is an old shirt. This shirt's like 5 years old. I got this shirt a very long time ago. So it's not like a new AJ shirt. This is an old AJ shirt. I had a black one and I got a white one. Then I got a gang of shirts, bro. You got I am feel. I am very feel. Dude, I have 2 or 3 more Usyk shirts. I just don't know where they are. They're probably in the car. They may be in Austin. I'm not sure. Have you played any of the Punch Out games, like Mike Tyson Punch Out, Mr. Dream Punch Out, George Foreman Punch Out? I think Joe Frazier has one. We got all the fight nights, the Knockout Kings in the 90s through the 2000s. Yeah, I've played them all. He's going to lose it. The heavyweight division is going to be where the middleweight division is right now. Yeah. You mean not the middleweight, maybe the light welter. I mean the super welter. You mean, right? Mama Lou, hello to you. There's the Punch Out for the Wii as well. That one's really good. The Wii, right? Played the Wii since. Oh my God. Bro, I bought my daughter one like when she was 8 years old. I bought my oldest kid. Bro, she was like 8, and I got it in 2008. My favorite will always be Holyfield, the Real Deal Boxing for Sega Genesis. I'll remember that. I remember seeing the cartridge, but I don't remember playing it. So, yeah, Prez, he does, Macaulay does punch hard and fast. He's very dangerous, man. Mortal Kombat 3, Sonic the Hedgehog, Atari Boxing, 80s babies. Yeah, now. Yeah, well, I had an Atari 2600. We finally got a Nintendo probably about 1988, 89. Because remember, the Nintendo came out in like 85, bro. And then somewhere, I believe the Game Boy, which was black and white, which was about this thick. Okay. This thing was like this thick, black and white. You couldn't even, you had to have light to play it in the dark. So it sucked. So then they had this Game Boy light where you slid over it and it just, it was crazy. LOL, me too. Was like $30. I don't know how much it was because I didn't pay for it. I know my brother had one, which was the 2600, and we had games like that we didn't even know how to play. Like it was Indiana Jones and the Lost Ark. I could not play that game. My brother couldn't either because they didn't know how to play it. Because you had to have these little symbols and this whip and this fire and this, it was crazy. How many rounds would Foreman versus Tyson last before a man gets viciously knocked out? I don't know. I have no idea. What's your favorite NFL team or player? Player was Barry Sanders all the way. If you guys seen Bye Bye Barry, bro, I almost shedded a tear, bro. I almost shed a tear when I saw it. And I was in Austin when I saw it, like 4 in the morning, and I turned it on. I think it's on Amazon Prime. But bro, it's very good. Psycho Crusher. Did you just say GoldenEye? Bro, GoldenEye. Me and my cousins played GoldenEye for hours. For hours. Until my cousin or their aunt would make us just stop playing it. Because she was a cunt. you know. But she would make us stop playing. But we played that like for hours. I love that game. Nintendo 64. Yeah. I know I will win the fight. I know who will win the fight between Bivol and Beterbiev. It will end in a KO. Okay? Okay, Marcus. You seen the good, the bad, and the ugly banger movie. Absolutely. Clint Eastwood? Yeah. I'm a Clint Eastwood fan. I'm not a what's the other guy? I'm not a fan of the Duke. I'm not. Man, I had a whole binder of Barry Sanders football cards. Wow. Super Mario Land Game Boy 1990 first game I ever played. Super Mario Land Game Boy. I remember that game. You playing Concord? I don't know what that is. But I can tell you, I used to be a fan of Game Pro. If you guys remember Game Pro magazines. And that's when I got familiar of different systems throughout the world. Like Japan, they had instead of Super Nintendo, they had Famicom. Famicom. Famicom, we had Famicom and Super Famicom. And Super Famicom was like a Super Nintendo, like a Super Nintendo. A Famicom was a Super Nintendo. A GP engine was like a Sega Genesis. It's crazy. Oh, it's Game Informer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Game Informer. Neo Geo. Um, I played Neo Geo on emulator. I never had one because I couldn't afford one. Nobody in my family was going to pay $500 for a console. That's what they are now, needless to say. That's what a PlayStation 4 is in 2024 is $500 or six. So you think you're going to pay for a Neo Geo in 1992 for $500? Yeah, some super rich kid, silver spoon in his mouth. Yeah, they'll get it, but I ain't. We ain't had that. Okay, in a fight night, Kurt. Probably so. Probably so. Kurt, Jim Brown retired at 29. I believe Barry Sanders retired at 29. Who had the better career? Well, I mean, Barry's my favorite player, so I'm gonna stick with Barry. Super Metroid. Super Metroid kind of, Super Metroid. That and Match Rider. You remember Match Rider? Yo, they were depressing. It's crazy. My cousin had a Turbo Graphics 16. It was cool. Neo Geo games used to be $200 a cartridge. Crazy, crazy. They had Samurai Showdown though. Samurai Showdown 2 was dope. It was crazy. That was crazy stuff back then, man. You know, Shout out to the childhood days, man, because like, yeah, Commodore 64. I don't remember that one. I don't remember that one. So, yeah, I definitely don't remember that, man. What else? Who else? Remember Sega? I remember Sega Saturn. Yeah, Contra was dope. Yeah, Contra was dope. Uh, Want to know a depressing game? League of Legends. All the people I used to play it say they were depressed while playing it. I've never heard of League of Legends. I'm probably glad I didn't. But yeah, we had a 24-hour pizza shop with an arcade in the back. Cool. Prez the Investor. Where was that at? Lay it on me. Where was that at, dude? I love all the Clint Eastwood films. Absolutely. Outlaw Josie Wells, Pale Rider, Two Mules for Sister Sarah, Unforgiven, which was a later film with him and Morgan Freeman, Gene Hackman. Baltimore, Crazy Johns. Baltimore, huh? Baltimore, Maryland. Sega Master System, 2 Alex the Kid, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Okay. Did you ever play Nintendo King of the Ring? Yes, I did actually. You have to play King of the Ring, man. That was a pretty cool game. You know, uh, was it a knockout? Mike Tyson's punch out? No, it wasn't. It wasn't that. It wasn't that good, but it was cool. You know, I respected it. I dug it. I definitely dug it. You know. Let's see. The two first Kingsman movies were good, but the prequel was body cringe. I never seen the prequel. It was that bad? Uh, Forgive me, guys. I am putting a shirt on. Super Street Fighter Alpha 2 action replay. Nintendo Pro Wrestling. No, I don't remember that. Right, the block. Yeah, the prequel was ass. They promoted Rasputin as the main villain and had some random lame Scottish dude as the main villain instead. Hmm. I remember those Kingsmen though. I mean, I know the fight scenes were dope. You know, it's crazy. You know, as a stunt guy, you think you know everything and everybody until you go overseas and you know no one, bro. Like all the stunt men are just like, I'm like, who are these guys? You know, Streets of Rage 1 and 2. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, I remember that from Sega. Sega. Yeah, that's cool stuff, man. You gotta give it to Sega, bro. Sega gave um finally they gave Nintendo. You guys need to watch Console Wars. Yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good documentary of how like bro they like Nintendo was more like the mob, you know? They would do stuff like they would threaten not to bring cartridges if Sega was gonna be there. You know? Yeah, I miss the 90s too. 90s were dope. They were dope, bro. Fight scenes in Kingsman prequel were still good. Best part of the movie was definitely the Rasputin fight, which is why he should have been the main villain. Massive blunder on their part. I watched Console Wars. Sony killed them when they said 199. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, bro, I saw it. I think it was COVID when I watched it. And yeah, Nintendo just got arrogant, man. They got arrogant and they just thought like, oh, nobody can beat us. Nobody's better. Right? And it was crazy. I watched Console War. Beterbiev walking through Bivol. People underestimating his skills. They think he's just a hard puncher. No, he's different. He's a lot different than that, bro. They're going to find out the hard way. When they find out, he'll be able to step in and step out between those fast, rapid shots of Bivol. And everyone looks at Bivol. And everybody views him as a, they view him as like some kind of tree chopping slugger. you know, and they should understand he's a lot more than that. And they're gonna find out. And when they find out, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my God, he's so spectacular. He's this and that." Bro, he's a savage. He's been a savage. Kurt, do you watch House of Dragons? House of Dragons. Yes, I do. Let's see. I got Bivol on points. Bivol, I think if Bivol can last the 12th round, he will win the fight because the way he can score and punch and move. See, he can punch going far forwards, backwards, and everything. You know. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, here. Let's see. How would Ron Lyle do in today's scene in a fight today? Bacali versus Lyle would be peak. Well, it depends, man, because Lyle wasn't that big either. So you got a guy like Bacali's able to punch, and he's more active like someone that is smaller. That's what makes him so dangerous. All right. Starting up a tank. Yep. There we go. All right. Wilder would be brain damaged. Well, yeah, there's different degrees of brain damage, bro. And a lot of people don't understand it. It's like brain damage, when you start seeing slurred speech, that's brain damage. That's exactly what it is. Okay? So what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna give you guys the view of the streets, because I'm gonna be riding. Yeah, I'm driving, bro. My problem with trying to predict Beterbiev versus Bivol is that Beterbiev's strategy is what will be Beterbiev's strategy. Beterbiev's strategy, man, I think it's just to simply break and infiltrate and then break down. And I think it would be work the body, take advantage of the jab, right? Punch in between Bivol's shots, because see, Bivol throws so many punches that I don't care how good of a defensive genius you are, you can't dodge every punch throwing punches, especially at the rate that Bivol throws punches. Bivol, for every maybe 5 or 6, Beterbiev is going to probably key time 2 of those shots. You know, because here's the deal. He may only need 1 to get in to do damage on Bivol. And Bivol's been in there with guys like Joe Smith. Joe Smith was a heavy puncher. Sullivan Barrera was a decent puncher. You know, he wasn't as heavy-handed as Joe Smith. Joe Smith was the guy that knocked Bernard Hopkins' ass out of the ring. I'll never let a white boy beat me. Yeah, okay. And then he gets pounded out of the ring, like pounded yam, innit? This guy here. Bivol will probably win the early rounds. He may, you know, but then, Bivol has to keep that up, you know? And a lot of people say, and I've heard this, well, if he beat Canelo, what you think he's going to do to Beterbiev? You know? Oh, I left the door open. Do you hear that, man? Oh. Yeah, man. Yeah, people are saying that, man. They're like, hey, man, you know, he beat Canelo. He gonna beat Beterbiev easy. Bro, Beterbiev is 6 foot tall, his same size, and punches a lot harder than both of them. You know what I mean? And he's relentless. You know, he doesn't know I don't think he knows what, like, let up means. He ain't got no let up, dude. He's just a pusher, bro. He's going to be pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. You know what I mean? Bro, it's still early. It's not even 10 o'clock here. It's like 9:57. So I'm like, well, damn, well, everything's open. Yeah, it is open. It should be open. You know? We're going to go through some rough patches, but don't worry. We're going to drive out of them. We will get through this on the way to my destination, hopefully. That's the goal, all right? So let's go for it. Beterbiev has a perfect knockout record. Yes, he does, you know? I can't wait to see that fight. That's what's going to be soaring through this channel. So I want you guys to get ready, you know, and promote these guys. Look, heavyweight division is coming, okay? It's coming. We're going to promote it all at the same time, but I want people to respect the light heavyweight division, because the light heavyweight division is lit, you know? We got the former WBC super middleweight champion there, which is David Benavidez. He's there. We have the WBA undefeated light heavyweight champion, Dimitri Bivol. We have the perfect knockout artist, savage, unified, undefeated light heavyweight champion, Beterbiev, right? So yeah, we got a lot going on there, bro. Jayapataya is not at light heavyweight, bro. Jayapataya is at cruiserweight. Oh man, buffet to punish those Alaskan crab legs. Ah, dude, I'm jelly. Mike Pedroza, I'm jelly, bro. Because they used to have that here. Yeah, they used to have that here, man. I don't, Joe Smith. What? I don't. Joe Smith outboxed him a little bit. You guys hear about Teofimo Lopez going with Canelo? And see, that's like other stuff. I hear about it. I know the news. It's just I don't really report it because it's like, okay, I don't know. But yeah, Alaskan crab legs, bro. That's good. Oh, I love that, man. Like, just not all the time. Like, probably once a month, maybe. You know what I mean? Because the butter and the, you know, I like drawn butter, and I like to put cracked pepper in my drawn butter. You still want to try an alligator gar? Yo, they're good, bro. You know, I don't eat them all. I used to eat them all the time. You know, that's where it's a gang of them. Alligator gar are good. They're like ancient fish. They're better. Here's the thing. Clean them. They don't have 100 bones. You know, they're good to chop into steaks. You can chop them in like horseshoe, right? They're gonna be like horseshoe. And fry them or whatever it is, they're real good. But you can't like eat them later on. You got to eat them right then. You can't freeze them and expect them still to be good. But yeah, alligator gar are good. They're good fish. Yep. Like in they call them alligator gar, like in what do they call them? Like shoe picks, things like that. They got different names for them. But yeah, they're fish with teeth. Yeah, they definitely belong on River Monsters. If you guys ever seen River Monsters, bro, it's good. This cat that goes to different parts of the world and catches different fish. You know, I think he's dead now, though. I know definitely he's, I think it was like 6 seasons of that, man. He would go to different places in the world. Dude, some dog just got killed, like smashed, bro. Some big-ass dog, too, like a pit bull. Bro, I almost hit one, like, it's funny, I was on my way to the hospital. I almost hit a big, stupid boxer. He was running out. And I almost, like, he was so close to getting smashed, bro. I missed him barely. I'm glad I did. He was a boxer, bro. A boxer, go figure. I dodged a boxer. You know? You are Usyk. Who you got? Who? You are Usyk? Usyk. Man, Usyk has stamina out of this world. And I think he overcompensates based on what he knows he's going to go through. Kurt, what state were you raised in? Louisiana, bro. I was raised in Louisiana. I am original Bayou Billy. I grew up in the swamps, bro, and by lakes and swamps. Seriously. I knew how to fish and all that stuff. Yes, sir. Yeah, we had our first little dead spot, so that wasn't too bad. Because I'm almost to an interstate, which is... Okay, here we go. There's a second. How come you ain't got the mad southern accent, Kurt? Well, because my father's from the Midwest, and my mother's an English teacher from the South. So we couldn't talk any... I mean, we could, but we couldn't, you know? You pick up on all types of shit, but if you practice proper speaking etiquette, that's what you're going to be speaking if you got any sense. Now, a stupid person would probably talk that way based on rebelliousness or whatever, because a lot of people do that, you know. I was taught a certain way, so I don't want to talk like that, so I'm going to train myself to talk like a fucking blithering idiot that don't have a proper... you know, that don't know better, which we know better. So, people mad that T.O. called Terrence Crawford and Devin Haney monkeys. Well, I remember seeing that. Here's the thing. The shit's not popular, but it's not like he didn't call himself an animal either. It was an analogy, you know. And here's the thing: we don't know. And see, that's one of those things. Is see, some people claim to have a sixth sense when it comes to racism. Like, nah, man, I think that was racist. Some people claim to have it. It's like Don Charles claims to know that people really was trying to pray against him, or you know, had something against him in Daniel. You know, people want to think they have that. Some people do, maybe. Some people don't. But T.O. said, I'm lying to them monkeys. I think he should have used a different analogy. You know what I mean? He could have definitely did that. That wasn't the best thing he could have said. I promise you that. You know what I mean? That was some ballsy stuff. You know, and he's from New York. And New York, you know different slangs and how to insult people. I'm the lion, they the monkeys. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, that could, but it could have been anything. I'm not saying he did, or I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying what could have that could have happened. He could have meant exactly what he meant. I'm gonna call these black guys monkeys because that's how I feel about them. Or he could have just said, well, I'm the lion and they're the monkeys because we're talking about comparisons of the jungle. Or I could have done it and I could have mashed it all in and meant both. You don't know. He said, which monkey wants the banana first? Yeah, that was piss poor. It was very tactless. You know? And one thing about, like, this is what I do. I don't know about T.O. Jr., but I can tell you about T.O. Sr. You know, I've interviewed him a couple times. I've talked to him. I've messaged him. We've talked. Okay. He does have a mentality that he's like, look, you know, like, you're black guys, you're going to go for the black guy because you're black. I'm like, no, that doesn't mean that. That is what he said, McWeed. He did say that. He did say that, definitely. Crawford would end T.O.'s career. He should. And I don't appreciate Canelo making a barrier between himself and Terrence. You fought other smaller guys. You fought Jermell Charlo. You fought Amir Khan. They were both smaller than you. You beat them both. Okay, fight Terrence Crawford. If he's that easy, if it's easy money, I can understand him wanting to get all the money from Turki Al-Sheikh that he possibly can, so why didn't he do that? You know what I mean? Wasn't a piece of shit. Being one people. Yeah, bro, I met this girl, and it's crazy. She was talking like totally the opposite, like, oh, we're different species, and I'm like, and it, like, the thing is, her mom's like white or something like that, but she's talking like, oh no, they're different species than us, and they're raised in caves, and I'm like, bro, you're talking about your people. You're talking about your people. You know? Yeah, I had to stop. You know, I had to disconnect from that because it's like, I'm not like, I wasn't feeling that, you know? Because another strange thing people need to understand about race, one race of people, humans on this earth, if that's what you said was true, that means that you couldn't get anybody from any different race to give you blood. It ain't even about color. It's about like blood type, really. Blood type, chromosome, blood type and gender really matters more than anything else. Not race. Race is more of a spectrum anyhow. You know, Crawford would, okay, you only throw obstacles in front of people you feel are threats. Absolutely. Canelo knows he doesn't want to fight anyone like Terrence. And he said, I really don't like to fight guys like, you know, like the moon around. No, he don't. He don't like to fight boxers. He don't like to take the fight. That means he's lazy. He likes more of an easier fight, and more of a fight that will make him look good, instead of him actually having to solve an equation of beating someone that his style is to move, take lateral movements and to box. Yeah, man, it was just terrible. I'm like, dude. Like, I don't know. But, you know, you do have, like, self-hate and all that stuff, too. So I don't get it. Life's too short for that. It's too short for any of that. So Canelo fight bombs. He fights guys that makes him look good. That's all. He fights guys that makes him look good. That's it. Canelo entertained the thought of fighting Spence, but won't fight Crawford. No, he won't. That's actually who that was going to be. See, Errol Spence had first dibs at Canelo because he knew that Errol was going to eventually get caught with something by him that was going to take him out. He knew that because Errol Spence is the type of fight that Errol Spence fights behind the jab, moves forward, just like Canelo. Bro, that fight between those two, a guy that likes to work the body versus Canelo with his counterpunching ability, would have been a no-brainer. Canelo loved to fight like that based on the style that Errol Spence had to offer him. Not Terrence Crawford, a guy that's like a damn style bender. Call me a casual. I never buy a Canelo fight. Last one I bought was Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah, bro, that was a long time ago. And I'm gonna tell you, those times, bro, were pretty. Those were good times for boxing, bro. I'll tell you, 2021 was the shit. I don't care if it was COVID or not, I'm still dope. Bivol made him look real good. Yeah, Bivol beat him up real good. He didn't want none of that, man. He didn't want none of that smoke. No, he did not. He fights bums. Yeah, Canelo, he should fight Terrence, though, bro. I mean, Terrence is 37 years old today, people. Terrence Crawford's birthday is today. He turns 37 years of age. This is September 28th, 2024, okay? So yeah, Terrence Crawford's birthday today, man. This really is it, and also doesn't. It is, and he doesn't want any other Mexican fighters to shine like him. Well, Canelo is Canelo. He won't be around forever. You know what I mean? Canelo is just Canelo. You know, and from the help of Oscar De La Hoya, that made him a superstar. And that's really what happened. It was him making him a superstar. Psycho Crusher is insecure about his place in boxing history. Well, you know, it is what it is. You know, Canelo is going to be Canelo until he leaves. I mean, he's been in a gang of fights. He's made a lot of money. He's in Forbes. Him and AJ, right? But those guys just, he just totally missed the plot sometimes. But he does need to fight Terrence Crawford. He says it's going to be easy. I would like to see it, you know. That was a big truck. Yee. Yeah, man, ate chicken pot pie. Pretty good, you know. Had a good dinner. Not complaining, you know. Just explaining. It's not king crab claws Pedrosa, but hey, it's all good. Okay, let's look at the poll. Let's see what we got. All right, going out 24%. Staying in watching TV 61%. Going to a movie, clubbing 3%, and bar 11%. That's what's up, guys. Out of 127 votes, we got the polls. So guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me on the late night chat. I may start another one on the way back. Bars. You guys tell me what you think, what you're doing. If you guys are up, I'm up for it, because I'm going right back to where I was. But until then, guys, everybody's been counterpunched. Stay tuned for the live stream tomorrow, along with fire content from yours truly. Be blessed. God bless. And everybody enjoy their Sunday and Saturday night. Peace!